1900, there were about 148 million of city dwellers on Earth. In 2010, there were 3.5 billion, and their number is still skyrocketing. The studies show that the number of city dwellers will reach 6.3 billion in 2050.
Scientists started to think about the solutions for the problem of the urban sprawl. The only way to solve that problem is to build new cities. And today we are going to present you our city that embraces the future.
The main problem of overpopulation is probably the lacking of space. We decide to resolve this problem and at the same time provide comfort and a nice quality of life to the inhabitants of our city. That's why we designed the 111 project.
Every detail has been planned by our team of architects to solve the recurrent problems of everyday life. We decide to preserve the common structure of a city with a giant flower on the middle where there will be the CBD, and around smaller ones where people will live. We choose the design of a flower because it represents the nature and the beauty of the simple life. Moreover, most of the infrastructure will be over the ground to give a panoramic view of the rest of the city to all the inhabitants and to preserve the ground space for agriculture, making it even more beautiful and practical. Besides overpopulation, organization is another main problem. That's why we planned an innovative system that will grant an easy access to everyday resources to all the city dwellers of our city. Every infrastructure will be linked by underground connections to the base of the main flower, which will be used as logistics center.
And those details make the 111 project the most attractive project on the actual market.
Problem for a project of this scope, it can probably be the target of many criminal acts.
That's why we decided to implement a full security system that does not alter the private life of the citizen. We will use next generation cameras that have a global view on the city. The rest of the work will be done by a competent team of investigators. Just in case, military patrols will roam in all the city to solve major problems like attack attempts. Communication is for us the biggest part of the security. That's why we focused on it. But security does not only concern humans, other problems can happen like natural catastrophes. That's why we decided to use strong materials to build the city. The core of the main tower will be built in carbon nanotubes to grant flexibility but resistance to the tower and make it resistant to earthquakes and strong winds.
In case of fire, we are using flying drones that detect all the anomalies on the tower using heat-sensitive cameras because sadly vegetation can easily burn.
All the towers will be covered with vegetation. Besides of thinking how we can implant the vegetation in our city, we thought about how we will implant this city in the nature. And that detail makes all the difference between the 111 project and the other projects.
The vegetation is the main component of our city. It helps to solve the problem of the carbon dioxide, to make the city more attractive and to grant a better quality of life for the inhabitants. We decided to use the free space under the towers for agriculture, using automatic harvesting systems to make it easier and to merge robotics and environment, so the city will be self-sufficient. Of course, we will not use all the land for agriculture. We will let free space for wildlife to grant the prosperity of the ecosystems, and the energy used will be all sustainable energy.
So we will take advantage of the structure of the city to produce all the energy we need.
Natural energy was a big problem for our team of scientists. We managed to build prototypes of solar panels and wind turbines that can adapt themselves to the strong winds of high altitude and the strong light emission from the sun at higher altitudes. That way, we succeed in planning new energy productive systems that are actually way more profitable for everyone. Our goal was to build a self-sufficient city. That's why we made many researches about natural resources harvesting. And we discovered many new ways to get an easier access to energy, food, water, and even eco-friendly gas by installing gas and water pumps on the tower's roofs. And that's what makes the Project 111 the most successful project concerning self-sufficiency.
Of course, a huge and ambitious project like this will cost a lot, but better than talking about the actual price, we decided to look at the future. We made many estimations and provisions, and we saw that the money that will be saved in the next 100 years by this project will reimburse 80% of the price of the project himself. Using self-sufficient housings and towers saves a lot of money on long term, because the only money we need to spend after the city has been built is to maintain it. That's why we are asking you to donate money. If you want one day to be one of the inhabitants of this beautiful city, if you want to give life to an ambitious and useful project that could change our everyday life, then you are the person we are looking for. You can check our crowdfunding page.
We personally think it looks like more an investment to give to the children of our children a better quality of life and a place where they will be able to enjoy their healthy and happy life.